Welcome back to Law and Crime Daily. Our last segment takes us to Los Angeles, where a jury is deadlocked in a rape trial of actor Danny Masterson. The former That 70s Show star faces accusations from 3 women, all former members of the Church of Scientology, who practice alongside Masterson. All 3 testified during trial, claiming their assaults took place at Masterson's Hollywood Hills home. Prosecutors argued that the religious group's power and influence prevented the victims from speaking out sooner. Masterson did not take the stand, but his defense team argued the acts were consensual and the accuser's stories were inconsistent. The defense also criticized Scientology being center stage. It was mentioned more than 700 times during the trial. The judge declined a mistrial based on the jury's indecision and says the jury has to continue deliberations after the Thanksgiving holiday. Bernardo, deadlocks before Thanksgiving, could this create more problems down the road? What if jurors start talking about Scientology and Masterson over football and sweet potatoes during Thanksgiving?
Absolutely, Brian. This long break, especially, we're talking about over a week where this jury's not going to be sat inside of a courtroom deliberating. The problems that you can encounter is, number one, jury tampering, where someone can tamper with the jury and these jurors. Also, that during Thanksgiving, family members are asking questions of the jurors, and also they can be watching the news or researching things. There's so many things that can happen during a huge break that it can actually cause a mistrial, and that's what people are hoping not happen. But either way, Brian, I think it's going to be a mistrial anyway, because I don't think these 12 jurors are going to be able to reach a unanimous decision.
All right, we'll see how that goes. But Terry, I know it's reading tea leaves, but in a case like this, would you think, who do you think should be more confident in their case? Should it be the defense or the prosecution?
Well, it is like reading tea leaves, but if I had to do that, I would say the defense. I would say Masterson. This is going to work to his benefit. Like Bernardo said, these jurors are home. They're thinking about Thanksgiving. They're talking to their family. And if, in fact, it turns out that some of them did, or they, even worse, watched on television and saw some updates, there could be a mistrial. And a mistrial would definitely benefit Masterson. Prosecutors, at the end of the day, if there is a mistrial, may decide they don't want to bring charges again. And part of the problem is these women are going to have to get back on the stand, and the prosecutors will keep that in the back of their mind. Here's the other issue with being out for so long. Some of those jurors probably don't even remember what happened during the trial after a long break. So they're going to have to redo some of the evidence, and even though they were deadlocked before, it might be more complicated because they're re-listening to some of the evidence. So it's going to help Masterson at the end of the day.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Do the jurors dig their heels in, or do they switch sides? We'll see how this comes about. But thank you.